safety issues. Most falls happen in the house. And most falls in the house happen in the bathroom. The chair, nice spot. So first, let's talk about the indoor risks in the bathroom. The bathroom is usually a place that's wet, so it's slippery on the floor. That is one thing. There are rugs, especially for the bathroom, with anti-slip bottoms, so that can prevent that. Another very important issue for a bathroom to prevent falls are the grab bars. Grab bars. So even if you feel safe and you think you don't need them, get them. Get them one in the bathtub, because you have those horrible things here in America, bathtubs. Yeah, horrible. I mean, I'm from Europe. You take a shower. I mean, you don't sit in the bathtub. But there's another reason why I don't like bathtubs, because you have to step in them. And then when you're in them, then you're kind of confined, and it's usually a slippery environment too. So,
but if you have towel bars, those are okay, right?
Yes, towel. Oh,
yes,
great, towel bars. Yes, hang on to a towel bar. There you go. You pull them right out of the wall. Or those plastic little bars, they crack. I mean, if you are in a panic or a reflex, your whole body weight hangs on the towel bar, forget about it. So you really need to get grab bars in the bathtub. Another one is the toilet. Toilets are usually notoriously low. And when we get older, our knees and our legs don't kind of easily lift us up. So there is a way, of course, to raise the toilet seats so you can have a high toilet seat. But also a grab bar in the right place to pull yourself up and hold on. So, good lighting in the bathtub. Anti-slip mats. What else? No, but in the bathroom, a lot of accidents happen. And when you fall in the bathtub, it's hard. I mean, those bathtubs, they don't give. So you easily break something there. So this also is waterproof, right? You can go take a shower.
I don't know if it's waterproof.
You don't know? I mean, they should. I mean, because...
No, actually, I have a hook that's next to I can reach from the bathroom.
But I mean, they
hang it on.
They should. I mean, also, especially in the bathroom, if you fall in the bathroom, you can get up and you don't have this around within reach. So there's another thing also. If you feel uncomfortable hanging this around your neck, there are wrists, buttons around the wrists, and I'm sure they are waterproof. So, but they are. So you don't have to take them off. You can leave them on. If something happens in the bathroom, I mean, you can reach out for help. The bedroom. Usually people go in the night from the bedroom to the bathroom. It's night. It's dark. So that's another issue. They have lights on the floor. You have those, often in the older apartments for sure, there are outlets below. And you can have those little lights that stay on. That helps you to see when you get out of bed. When you get out of bed and you need to rush to the bathroom, I mean, there's another thing that can happen that prevents you falling. That is the orthostatic orthostatic hypotension. So the blood pressure is not enough after lying down for a long time to get the blood to the brain. So you I find myself sometimes staggering through the whole way because I see black. So that's another issue. Get up slowly, but sometimes you are in a rush. So there's this, and especially an important issue, getting up from the bed to the bathroom. Anything else in the bed? You can fall out of bed. There are great little railings you can slide under the mattress with a little grab bar next to the bed that prevents you from falling out of bed or holding on, getting yourself out of bed. Mattresses can be very high, makes it a little easier to get out of bed or in bed, but it can be helpful to have a little cover on the side. The hallways. The hallways can be long here in New York, and oftentimes they're covered with nice little rugs that can be very slippery also. They roll up, they are not anti-slip, so there should be something underneath so they can slide. Or some people tape them around the corners so they're taped shut. Also lights, those little night lights on the baseboards. But usually the hallways are narrow enough so you can hold on, so that can prevent falls. Unless there's a lot of stuff on the floor, so that happens a lot in the living room. Yesterday I was in a place and there were small areas where you could maneuver through, but there were newspapers on the floor. I mean, those are terrible things to have on the floor because if you step on them, you slip very easily. So you want to make sure in the living room, free pathways, rugs again, throw rugs, throw them out. So you have floors, so then they'll walk with socks on the floors, that's another fall risk. So you have socks with those little anti-slip dots on them, or easy shoes or slippers that are tight and good fitting. If the surfaces are free and clean, that's great. But the surfaces on the desks, on the tables, on the chests are totally filled up with stuff. So it's hard then to hold on because there's no space to maneuver, to hold on. When you're not stable on your feet, you want to hold on to. If it's all covered up with stuff, there's not really a good place to hold on with your hands. So that's another clutter. That's another topic actually. That's a whole workshop here about clutter and how to remove clutter, clean up. I mean, it also reduces greatly fall risks if you're in a more clutter-free environment. So lights are important. Good lighting, surfaces. That is most of it indoors. Telephone. I mean that's if you still have a telephone on the wall somewhere in the house and it rings, people go crazy. People go nuts. People, they run because they have to catch the call before it ends. Also, a lot of falls happen because of that too. It's a reflex. People don't realize that if people try to reach you and they get the answering machine, they'll leave a message. Or if they don't want to leave a message, then they don't want to reach you. But the problem is that everybody starts to run to the phone and then another thing can happen. So cell phones are a good thing in a way if you have them in your pockets, so you don't have to run to the cell phone, to the phone on the wall.
So the ladies, I hook mine on my bra.
Well, that can give other problems, but
no. What other problems?
I don't know.
Usually, if you have to put it on vibrate, you consider that a problem.
You know why I'm like
But so those are things. We do those things without thinking. We just run to the phone. Not good. But it's a kind of a reflex. So we have the living room, the bathroom, bedroom, hallways, stairways. Not everybody. I mean, elevators. I live in walk up. Hold on to the railing. Take your time for the stairs. Try not to carry stuff. Oh, that's enough. Now we're going outdoors. And then we go outdoors with all kind of stuff. In our hands, not good. So I always try to tell people not to keep your hands free when you go outside. Have your hands free. If you lose your balance, if you trip, you want to have your hands available, you can grab. I have clients who hold on to their tissues for dear life. Don't let go. So if they need to grab on, they don't have their hands available because they have those tissues in their hands. So again, it's a reflex. So you have to have your hands free. So you can swing your arms when you walk. You can grab if you lose your balance. You can swing your arms to regain your balance. Backpacks. Not many women I see with backpacks. Or it's usually one shoulder, right? So eventually you will get back issues. But at least you have your hands free. But the best way, and then we come to posture, that's another issue. But to have your hands free, to have your weight evenly distributed if you carry stuff. Or put it in a cart. Well, you see a lot of ladies with their shopping carts. Because that gives them kind of some stability. Unfortunately, those shopping carts have a tendency to kind of tip over. So it's not, if you have balance problems walking around and you grab for a shopping cart, rather grab for a rollator. Shall I sit on one? Those four-wheelers, brakes, the chair, and the basket underneath, they have the brakes. The only thing that it does not do is to work your balance. So you start to lose gradually your sense of balance. Because as soon as you hold on to something, your balance doesn't have to work for you. Your balance system doesn't have to work. So because you're balanced through something outside of you. So now we're getting into the balance systems. Are we done with the outside? Not quite. Shoes. Let's talk a little bit about shoes. Those shoes when we walk. But for indoors, I see people on slippery socks. How do you call those? Slippers who are way too big because they are so comfortable. They are comfortable, but they are very unstable. So it's really important to get good fitting indoor shoes, slippers, and outdoor shoes. Outdoor shoes, I see less and less people on with big sneakers, with the big, thick sole, because what they do, they're cushioned, but the cushioning is also makes you kind of lose touch with the surface. So you want to have more a shoe. This is extreme. This is very thick. It feels almost as if I walk without shoes. But since I walk on them, I feel more stable. I feel more in touch with the surface. I like them. I love them. So then I started to realize how, and once in a while I walk on my sneakers, the difference, how soft and how wobbly they make them. So, great shoe stores, Harry's on your west side. I prefer Tip Top, 72nd on the west side. Somehow I hear more people, they like the service. It's the same kind of shoes, but those shoe stores, they really know what they're talking about. They look at your feet, they see the person, and they can recommend what is good for indoors or outdoors. So you don't have to go always in those orthopedic big clunky shoes. So there are good fitting shoes that fit every person with certain needs. Okay, just the shoe. The balance systems. What helps? What helps our balance? So there are three systems that helps keep us balanced. First, the eyes. The eyes are very important for the balance. When you do exercises and standing on one leg, you want to kind of hold on with your eyes. So you want to focus with your eyes. If a lady goes putting, so you want to kind of, the eyes hold on to a certain, on the wall, on the floor, focus. The visual balance system, your eye.